I activated my wildcard last game week, and unfortunately I didn't have time to publish a team selection video because it was last minute due to the injury news. So I might as well do the video now, because if I was to wildcard this game week, it would practically be the same. Building from the back, the main goalkeeper that I went for was Flecken. He's only 4.5 mil, Brentford have a strong defence, and the main reason that I went for him is that Brentford have got a double game week coming up at some point. He doesn't have a fixture in this blank game week, but it's fine, I've got Dubravka to cover. Not only did I pick him because he can cover the blank game week, he can cover the difficult fixtures like he did last game week, and he came out with a 7-pointer. That's whilst Flecken blanked. He was only 4 mil as well, and that's not bad for a backup goalkeeper from Newcastle. I'm sure he'll provide good value for money this game week yet again against Luton away. Moving on to defence, I went for Conte over Pau Torres to save the 0.2 mil, and I did land lucky there because Torres got injured. I like the fact that Villa have got favourable fixtures, and they're playing very well at the minute, so 4.5 mil for one of their defenders is a bargain. Amongst those easy fixtures is Sheffield United at home this game week. That's as easy as it gets. I went for Colwill because Chelsea have also got easy fixtures, and he's the cheapest available Chelsea defender. He's got a decent one this game week against Wolves away. And lastly, in my starting defence this game week is Pedro Porro. Now, I didn't actually pick him because of the fixtures, even though they're not too bad. I picked him because of the attacking upside. He's providing attacking numbers like Trippier and Alexander-Arnold, but he is much cheaper than those players, and it's just like having a 9th attacker in my team. One of my best defenders is on the bench this game week. That's Gabriel against Liverpool away, and you can see why he's on the bench because that is a difficult fixture, but the reason I picked him is because Arsenal have got the best defence in the league this season. You can see that in the expected goals conceded figures. They're actually better than City's this season, and City usually top the charts every season. Not only that, he's less than 5 mil, and he does provide attacking threat as well. And next to him is a player that doesn't usually go ahead in the pecking order, but he does this game week because he faces Wolves away. That's Gusto from Chelsea. Now, I do understand that his expected minutes are risky, but if he plays more than 60 minutes because of the defensive injuries at fullback position for Chelsea, I would prefer a Chelsea defender to step in than an Arsenal defender this game week. Even if he doesn't step in this game week, he isn't much of a burden to my team going forward. He was only 4 mil, and I'd say out of those defenders, he had the highest upside because of the fixtures. Moving on to midfield, we've got his teammate Palmer. Of course he faces Wolves away, and I picked him for the exact same reasons. Chelsea have got decent attacking fixtures, and Palmer's cheap, and don't forget that Palmer's on penalty duties as well. Now, when I was doing the price structure in my team, Palmer was the 8th attacker, and the other 7 attackers cost more, and you would expect more from them from the price tags, but Palmer's providing really good value for money. I played him last game week, and I'm going to play him this game week as well. Next up is Salah against Arsenal. Whilst that's not an easy fixture from a defensive perspective for Arsenal, it's also not an easy fixture from an attacking perspective for Liverpool either. I picked Salah on my wildcard because he is a captaincy option. Whilst he blanked last game week, I did still captain him, and spoiler alert, I went without Haaland on the wildcard because he didn't play last game week. He's not going to play this game week. He might not even play next game week. And of course, the funds have got to go somewhere. You've got to go for that player with the highest ceiling. He's still in the running for captaincy this game week because he is a different animal at Anfield, and we know what he can provide. Next up is a player that's also in the running for captaincy. That's Son against Everton at home. He was playing out of position, and he is still on penalty duties. Now, I don't know if he's going to continue to play out of position, but I still think he's worth owning because of what he can provide. I am aware that I'll need to offload Salah and Son ahead of game week 21. That's because Salah goes to the African Cup of Nations and Son goes to the Asia Cup. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Then you can follow my journey and see what I'm doing with those 2 players. Next up is Richarlison, who faces his former club, and it looks like he is going to continue to play up front. He's in good form recently. He's not a bad price tag whatsoever, and I think he's going to take the reins even more when Son goes off to the Asia Cup. Not only will his expected minutes go up, he's actually got a better penalty record than Son, so there's a decent chance that he could be on penalty duties in his absence. Lastly, in midfield is Saka against Liverpool away. Whilst that's not a favourable fixture, we all know what he can provide. He's the best Arsenal attacking option because he's on penalty duties. Well, the problem is he has given penalties to his teammates in the past. He is still the main man on them though. Whilst he's got a difficult fixture this game week, the next 4 game weeks after this are quite favourable. Up front is Watkins against Sheffield United at home. That's as easy as they come. He's in the running for captaincy as well this game week with Salah and Son. Make sure you check out my best captain video if you haven't already, because it's quite close between 2 of them. Now if Watkins had more promising underlying stats than Salah and Son, and he was on penalty duties for Villa instead of Douglas Luiz, I'd say he's the clear-cut captain this game week, but that's not the case. Now I'm not going to spoil the best captain video, but whether I captain him or not this game week, I was always going to bring him in. I think he's the best option available, whilst City have a blank game week. Next to him is my second favourite forward, that's Solanke. He's putting up really good numbers for his price tag. He's still got a couple of easy fixtures left, does get difficult after that, but I still think overall, in the long term, he's going to continue to provide good value for money. My last forward is Darwin against Arsenal at home. That is a difficult fixture, and his expected minutes aren't the best because he's not performing too well. That's why he's on the bench. I did pick him as a short-term punt, and right now it looks like he's going to make way for Alvarez. Then the game week after that, if Haaland's back, I'll probably make a double free transfer, take out Salah, take out a forward, and put Haaland in with another midfielder. Right now, those plans are tentative, so don't hold me to it. But yeah, if I was to activate the wildcard this game week, I'd probably just get rid of Darwin because he's on the bench anyway, put Alvarez in there, and I'd still have 2 players to cover. That'd save as free transfer. Then you'd have Alvarez next game week, who could take a leading role if Haaland's still injured. As for my transfers, if you look at my team, without making any transfers, it's not far off a free hit team, and that's in a blank game week. That's impressive. Therefore, I will be rolling my free transfer this game week. Before you go, make sure you watch my best captain video, and if you've not already, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more videos like this.